Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Christian. I'm back again with another reaction video, and today we're reacting to what happened to El Chapo's Deadliest Hitman. And if it's El Chapo's Hitman, bro, you know that they like done some crazy shit before. And every time you hear something with El Chapo, it's always some crazy shit, and it's like, damn. And plus they're a hitman, so it's like, all right, we've seen all these other videos of the hitmen, so I wonder what they were doing to people. I was on a consistent like uploading streak, but then I'm always on a consistent streak, bro, and then what happens is the weekend hits and I'm like, damn, my friends like invite me to go places, and then I'm just like, yeah, all right. So I have to learn how to say no, or just I have to learn how to like upload record multiple videos in a day and then upload them throughout the weekend, because I need to upload like every single day type shit, and that's what I'm trying to do. But sometimes it's like the weekend, bro, I don't know what it is, but it's just like, fuck, something happens to me and I just want to do it. I'll leave the original link of the video down in the description if you guys want to go check it out. It's by a channel called Fugitives, I think that's what it is. So if you guys want to go check out his videos, go check him out. I don't think I've reacted to anything on their channel before, so this is gonna be pretty new, but let's just get it popping.
Every king has an army, and every army has generals. In El Chapo's kingdom of cocaine,
this is like some Vice shit right here.
Whose acts of violence and bloodshed laid the fearsome foundations of the Sinaloa cartel. However, with El Chapo captured and behind bars, what happened to these men? Did they share a similar fate with their boss, or are they still active in the criminal undergrounds? Let's find out. Number 1. Manuel Aponte Alejandro Gomez Diaz. In the cartel, Manuel Aponte Alejandro Gomez Diaz.
How do they find out the names of these people? Like, they had to have been locked up to know the names of like the hitmen, right? The hitmen are supposed to be like low-key and like aren't supposed to be like known, right? Am I tripping or no?
Referred to as El Bravo, which means the fierce one. A disciplined and high-ranking member of the Sinaloa cartel, Aponte's story is one fit for the silver screen. Unlike El Chapo's other sicarios, Aponte did not begin his life as a societal outcast. He was born on the 10th of December 1974 in the city of Chilpancingo, Guerrero, Mexico. And the man would choose to become a member of the Mexican armed forces. Yes, as crazy as it sounds, from 2000 to 2006, Aponte served under the Mexican army before he became a professional hitman.
Isn't that like most people?
And close lieutenant.
Don't most people in the cartel do that? I've even heard that like people from the US, like the US military, even turn into like cartel members. That's kind of crazy.
Of El Chapo. This treacherous carpet crossing event happened when Aponte was sent on a mission by the Mexican armed forces to track down El Chapo. However, when he came face to face with the Sinaloa cartel boss, El Chapo bribed him into switching sides and coming to work for him. At the time, El Chapo would trust Aponte so much that he also instructed him to spy on other Sinaloa cartel members. And
bro, that's literally like some movie shit. Like, I swear to God, that sounds like a whole movie script. They could literally make a movie about that. Like, no joke. What? That's crazy.
Traitors. Eventually,
he got lucky.
Would appoint him as his head of security, and Aponte was instrumental in helping Chapo escape and evade arrest by building tunnels in northern Mexico. It was Aponte who kept El Chapo one step ahead of the Mexican army. In 2012,
that's crazy,
he became part of the squad that kidnapped a Mexican Navy operations coordinator named Rodrigo Vinas. Vinas attempted to lure El Chapo into a trap, but Aponte was smart. He called in reinforcements to create a distraction in order to escape the military roadblock, thereby giving them a smooth escape. When El Chapo was captured the second time in February 2014, Aponte fought for rule over the Sinaloa cartel. But on April 9th, 2014, his mutilated remains were found in La Cruz de Alejandro had been tortured and shot several times.
Crazy.
While his killing has never been solved, most point fingers at warring members within the Sinaloa cartel, whom Aponte had once spied upon. Number 2. Jose Antonio Torres, aka Marufo. Not many people know
did they all die?
Torres, but everyone in the Mexican
I guess we'll find out, right?
Remember the ruthless Marufo, also known as the Jaguar. Marufo was El Chapo's top hitman and prime enforcer. He was the one whom El Chapo trusted with supervising the transportation of the cartel's drugs.
Bro, it is fucking hot in my room. Oh my
God. This was a particularly dangerous job because Juarez already had a cartel and El Chapo encroaching into their territory. Now, most of the Jaguar's background is shrouded in mystery, but official records show that Marufo had always been on the drug scene. Way before he joined the Sinaloa cartel, the man operated independently. He was a drug trafficking freelancer who operated in the Villa Ahumada area of northern
So you know how like the cartel controls most of the drug transportation like throughout like all of Mexico to the US and all that stuff? So if you do it independently, wouldn't that get in the way of like the cartel? And wouldn't they not like that? And wouldn't they like try to do something about you? Well, I mean, I guess if you're under, but he wasn't under El Chapo at the time. He was just doing it independently. So he must have had some connects or some shit to not like be worried about and all that. You know what I mean?
A state in Mexico. Torres was also a Juarez drug trafficker who paid a smuggling tax to the Juarez cartel through a state police officer.
That's why.
No one can say for sure how or when El Chapo met and hired Marufo. All we know is that sometime in the mid-2000s, El Chapo decided to claim the Juarez cartel's smuggling routes, and Marufo was trusted to spearhead the bloody reign of violence that took over the entire region. In 2006, rumor had it that Marufo was directly in charge of a massive group of well-trained elite gunmen known as Gente Nueva. Under his guidance and on behalf of the Sinaloa cartel, they dedicated all their resources towards decimating the Juarez cartel, its armed wing, La Linea. Marufo was diabolically ruthless. From 2008 to 2012, people were dying every day under his watch. Official records state that at least 1,600 people were executed by Gente Nueva during this period.
Speaking of this shit, you guys heard about all that shit going on in Tijuana right now? That's crazy, bro. Like CJNG, the New Jalisco Generation Cartel or whatever, they're doing that shit, and we've reacted to the shit they've done so many times, bro. And it's like, it's crazy that it's actually like happening in real time right now. Like shit's popping off right now. That's kind of crazy.
And under his command, one of the most audacious hits came when Marufo plotted to hurt members of the Juarez cartel by ordering the kidnapping and killing of a groom on his wedding day. This groom was a relative of the Juarez cartel members, and unfortunately for Marufo,
on his wedding day, bro,
also happened to be a U.S. citizen. He was soon added to the list of most wanted fugitives in the El Paso division of the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, and some say the event was what marked the beginning of the end for the Jaguar. However, it was another audacious killing from 2009 that would put a bounty on Marufo's head. On the 3rd of September of that year, masked men under direct orders from Marufo barged into a military education center in Ciudad Juarez, gathered all the 20 patients together against a wall, and shot every one of them. 18 patients died that day, and the remaining 2 were critically wounded. Eventually, Marufo was hunted down, captured, and extradited to the US. Today, he is serving a 40-year sentence in an Arizona prison facility.
Only 40?
Number 3. Mario Iglesias.
You got people doing more time for weed charges, bro. That's crazy.
Mario was once the head of El Chapo's Sinaloa cartel hit squad. He is also known as the Grim Reaper because he was a ruthless assassin. While he involved himself in a lot of other crimes, it was his ability to coldly and efficiently kill thousands of people that made him an assassin that other assassins within the Sinaloa cartel looked up to. Mario joined the Sinaloa cartel in 2008 and took orders directly from El Chapo. In just 4 years after joining the cartel from 2008 to 2012, Mario was directly responsible for the death of at least 4,000 people.
In 4 years?
Happened within the city.
In 4 years, bro?
Many have argued that Mario's endless violence was one of the key factors that made the Sinaloa cartel emerge victorious in the
4 years, 4,000 people.
However, one of the biggest errors he made in his needlessly violent career happened in 2010, when he, along with Marufo and some other hitmen, facilitated a revenge kidnapping of a US citizen and his relatives. On May 10th, 2010, the victims were discovered dead in Ciudad Juarez. Mario would eventually be arrested in 2012 and found guilty of numerous charges: money laundering, drug trafficking, murders, conspiracies, and possession of firearms, among other charges. Unsurprisingly, and because of his violent nature, Mario didn't seem to have any ride or die friends. During his trial, it was his own foot soldiers and colleagues that testified against him. Some of them participated in murders and kidnappings, but they cared more about bringing down the Grim Reaper than they cared about indicting themselves. Eventually, Mario was sentenced to life imprisonment on March 3rd, 2022 by a US district court and made to pay a fine of $100,000 for his role in the operations of the cartel business. Number 4. Orso Ivan Castellum. Orso Ivan Castellum was El Chapo's right-hand man, his most trusted lieutenant, and one of the deadliest assassins in the Mexican drug scene. Everyone knew him as El Cholo. He was chief enforcer for the
We
Sinaloa
did a video
cartel,
on, bro.
the head of the Sinaloa cartel's squad of hitmen, and
so I know he
responsible
died
for their activities and managing their excesses. However, it seems El Cholo might have been the most excessive. On one occasion, El Cholo beat up some policemen so bad that El Chapo had to scold him. There was also a wild rumor that El Cholo was responsible for at least 80% of cartel killings, most of which he carried out personally. In 2005, the government came close to putting an end to El Cholo's reign of terror when they arrested and charged him with possession. But after a shoddy investigation was carried out, El Cholo was released by court order. 3 years later, an armed confrontation with soldiers led to his arrest and imprisonment, but he would escape just a year later, on the 9th of August 2008. This escape led to an extensive manhunt and near captures in 2010, 2014, and 2015. In 2013, while the army was chasing a convoy of armed men that was reportedly carrying El Cholo, they shot and killed his partner, a beauty queen named Susan Flores. At the time, she was just 22 and had fallen for the violent hitman while she was studying at a university in Culiacan. Her death hurt El Cholo so much that barely a month after the tragic incident, residents of her hometown woke up to find 67 narco banners hung around their town. The banners read, "The soldiers killed her because they came to kill me and they couldn't. The girl had never carried guns, much less fired them. Sincerely, Cholo Ivan." Eventually, on the 8th of January 2016, El Cholo was captured with El Chapo in a targeted raid of the drug lord's safe house in the Sinaloa Pacific coast city of Los Mochis. Initially, El Cholo and El Chapo were able to escape through a tunnel. However, they were arrested at a checkpoint by local police. While El Chapo has since been extradited and sentenced to life imprisonment in a supermax prison, El Cholo has tried and failed to appeal his extradition. When he inevitably faces a court in the US, he would likely suffer the same fate his boss is currently suffering, a lifetime.
Wait, I thought El Cholo died. So who was the El Cholo we reacted to that died? But that was a good ass video. That had me entertained the whole time. I felt like I was watching like the Vice shit or something. El Cholo was probably responsible for like more than 80% of the cartel killings, and he did it himself, bro. That's fucking crazy. But anyways, whatever videos you guys want me to react to next, comment them down below, or you can DM me on Instagram at Christian_Lanverton, and I'll probably see that first. To be honest with you, I think I see almost every single DM, so just DM me, and yeah, subscribe if new, like this video if you enjoyed, and I'm out.
Sorry, girl, I gotta go. Yeah, you know this ain't the old me.